We're going to destroy the fucking Cunard cruise ship because we hate ships. We wish that ship never existed. The bomb has been planted.
The explosion will be in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Finally, we destroyed the Cunard cruise ship. Now we're going back to Manhattan.
Okay. We're back. Now we're going home to have a Cinco de Mayo. Evil Blue Diamond Boy 2006. Evil Orange Earth Chevy 2007. Evil Crew Anime. Evil Golden Animates 2020. Evil Michael the Vion Guy. Evil Ishi Anime. Evil Davey Anime 2006. Evil Tavid Anime. Evil Elias D. the Younger. Evil Mad Thego Animator. Evil Mikael Thego Animator 1963. Evil King Grey Animations. Evil Iniflin Animator. Evil Sean Sullivan. Evil Art Anime. Evil SpongeBob Box 2001. Evil Visharuth Chevyonda 2003. Evil White Animations. Evil Toothings Chevyonda 2004. Evil Emmanuel Thomas. Evil Nick Network. Evil New Fire Buffer 775. Evil Lennox Cabra. Evil Brian Robinson. Evil Rihan Robinson. Evil Arthur. Evil Joe. Evil Steve. Evil Barney. Evil Jeff. Evil Anthony. Evil Murray. Evil Greg. Evil Diesel 10. Evil Devious Diesel. Evil Sir Topham Hat. Evil Thomas the Tank Engine. Evil Luigi. Evil Mara. Evil Rainbow Tail 518. Evil NRFANTANIC 2003. Evil Cartman. Evil Queen Thaisel. Evil King Thaisel. Evil Isabella. Evil Holly. Evil Emmanuel the Animator. Evil Dark Blue SR 2008. Evil Kevin Animate 2021. Evil Theory Animate Acting Beyond 2020. Evil Tan. Evil Trevor. Evil Grandpa. Evil Jill. Evil Molly. Evil Blues. Evil FRRED. Evil LO. Evil David. Evil Shen. Evil Hattie Many. Evil Lee. Evil Top Marcus. Evil Lenny Gearson. Evil Darren Fett. Evil Chip Hicks. Evil Lightning Queen. Evil Sweet Johnson. Evil Carl Johnson. Evil Oswald. Evil Bill Cosby. Evil Squidward. Evil Patrick. Evil SpongeBob. Evil Bob the Builder. Evil Pink Bear. Evil Purple Bear. Evil Blue Bear. Evil Cyan Bear. Evil Light Blue Bear. Evil Green Bear. Evil Yellow Bear. Evil Orange Bear. Evil Red Bear. Evil Pink Horse. Evil Purple Horse. Evil Blue Horse. Evil Cyan Horse. Evil Light Blue Horse. Evil Green Horse. Evil Yellow Horse. Evil Orange Horse. Evil Red Horse. Evil Donald Trump. Evil George W. Bush. Evil Barack Obama. Evil Cooper. Evil Miss Martin. Evil Brandon. Evil Zachary. Evil Dark Yellow Bear. Evil Dark Orange Bear. Evil Dark Red Bear. Evil White Horse. Evil Light Gray Horse. Evil Gray Horse. Evil Brown Horse. Evil Black Horse. Evil Dark Pink Horse. Evil Dark Purple Horse. Evil Dark Blue Horse. Evil Dark Cyan Horse. Evil Dark Green Horse. Evil Dark Yellow Horse. Evil Dark Orange Horse. Evil Dark Red Horse. Evil Pink Rabbit. Evil Purple Rabbit. Evil Blue Rabbit. Evil Cyan Rabbit. Evil Light Blue Rabbit. Evil Green Rabbit. Evil Yellow Rabbit. Evil Orange Rabbit. Evil Red Rabbit. Evil Rainbow Bear. Evil Rainbow Horse. Evil White Rabbit. Evil Light Gray Rabbit. Evil Gray Rabbit. Evil Brown Rabbit. Evil Black Rabbit. Evil Dark Pink Rabbit. Evil Dark Purple Rabbit. Evil Dark Blue Rabbit. Evil Dark Cyan Rabbit. Evil Dark Green Rabbit. Evil Dark Yellow Rabbit. Evil Dark Orange Rabbit. Evil Dark Red Rabbit. Evil White Bear. Evil Light Gray Bear. Evil Gray Bear. Evil Brown Bear. Evil Black Bear. Evil Dark Pink Bear. Evil Dark Purple Bear. Evil Dark Blue Bear. Evil Dark Cyan Bear. Evil Dark Green Bear. Evil Principal. Evil Russell. Evil Business Friendly Guy. Evil Male. Evil Janitor the Toilet Man. Evil James. Evil Angelo. Evil Brandon. Evil Zoe. Evil Hannah. Evil Hosting. Evil Edwin. Evil Brian. Evil Tavid. Evil David. Evil Jairus. Evil Resh. Evil Karis. Evil Harris. Evil Boris. And Evil Rainbow Rabbit. Your 171 are under arrest from destroying Cunard cruise ship. Your 171 are in super deep trouble. Now come with me to the police car right now. Your 171 are going back to prison until 2453.
Ucat 2 will donate. No parked tester. Tobe 21 donwa.